Our play of the day for leadership vision, we're going to talk about what people need. People thrive when they're seen. Now, this is not a new concept. We know this. They say focus on people, not problems, right? Our default's typically problems. We want to solve them. We need to focus on the people. But think about this for a minute. People thrive when they feel seen. What does it really mean to feel seen? That's what we're going to talk about. Can your leadership vision matter in how much someone feels seen at work? How rewarded they feel, how recognized they feel, how satisfied they feel? You bet it can. So that's all fine and good, Stacy, but how do I do this? Because there's way too many people out there, too many books, too many programs telling us to be present, connect with people, see the people. How the heck do we do it? This is where the play of the day comes in today. So in play of the day, we do this together. So what I want you to do is think about right now a colleague, someone you interact with on a daily basis. Think about that person right now. And I want you to think about, what do you value about that person? What do you value about that person? Now, typically we start with what we value is they come to work, they're always there, they're always dependable, they always have a smile on their face. That stuff is table stakes, surface level. Drop in a little deeper. What do you really value about that person? Do you value the heart that they bring? Do you value the courage that it must have taken to bring that out of the box idea to the meeting? Do you value that they see you and they hear what you have to say and they take the time to connect with you? What do you value about that person? If you're with me, write it in the chat. What do you value? What do you value about them? Now, as we start to do this, the key is you've got to be specific and you've got to be authentic. None of this, good job, I appreciate that you put the time in for this thing. No, we want to be very specific and very authentic. How do we do that? How do we drop into that deeper level? Give it a try. Try out a few things and we'll see what you can come up with. Here's another prompt for you. How can you see and notice what this person put into something? Does this person put blood, sweat, and tears into things? How do you tell them that? Did this person have to have a lot of patience in order to have that meeting? To have that difficult conversation? How can you tell them that? What, recognize and appreciate what they put into it. Or recognize and appreciate how they're showing up. I said to someone the other day, wow, you light up when you say that. You seem so excited. And it gave that person even more energy. They felt seen. I said to someone else after a different meeting, you seem weary. And that led to an amazing conversation where they were able to have permission to be real, right? I love what you're saying, Corey, about recognizing critical thinking in someone or their willingness to push back. That's a real thing that we can value. And then we can tell them about the impact it had on us. So I really appreciated your willingness to push back and the impact it had on me was that I made a different decision in that meeting yesterday. Or I thought about this when I went home. You can tell them the actual impact that they're having. People don't always know these things, right? These are just some ideas to get you started. You know, when we do our play of the day, this is all about experimentation and getting out of your auto default and building a new habit. So how do you do this? You take these ideas, and I don't expect you to remember them all. You can go and download my Leadership Huddle card. Sarah's going to put that in the comments for you today so that you can go and get the Huddle card to have as a desk reference to be right with you and cue you in. You don't want to add this to your plate. You're already busy enough. So download the card, keep it with you, and work this in as a habit into something that you already do. A meeting you already hold. Do you hold a one-on-ones with your people? Every one-on-one, take 1 minute to practice this with that person. Do you have after the meeting with certain people? Practice this then. I even did this with my son on the baseball field. I looked at him not just for what he was doing on the field, but I noticed that he was being kind to another player, patting him on the back when he had struck out. And I made a point to tell him that on the way home. And boy, that kid beamed, because he values and knows that I value teamwork, supporting your teammate. And it made all the difference in the world. I'm sure he'll do it again, right? You can do this at home as well. So experiment, turn it into a habit that you want to do, not that you're shoulding yourself to do. This isn't something to add to the to-do list. And you don't have to do it with everyone equally. Just start using your leadership vision to focus in on people and connect with them around something that matters to you, that you see.